I welcome you all. Yesterday, we started the 3 days oratory or writing and oratory bootcamp, and today, inshallah, we'll be continuing. We will continue today, inshallah. But today, this moment, we are having our first parental workshop. So, I want to welcome you once again. For those who were absent yesterday, the recording has been dropped and you can meet up. For those who are here, I welcome you. You are the MVPs. You are the real MVPs, taking out your time to be here. Barakallahu fikum. And I pray Allah make this session a beautiful one and a beneficial one for you and your words. I am Zakaria Rashid Okpayemi, and yesterday I introduced myself to the kids. I did not introduce myself to the parents. I am Zakaria Rashid Okpayemi, and I'll be hosting today's session. I am the lead coach of this academy, the academy in charge of this program. And today, inshallah, we'll be having an amazing discussion with an amazing personality, someone who I respect a lot and I see as an influence when it comes to things like this. You know, everyone has a part they are good at in life. As humans, we are good at different things and we have passion for different things. And some people are just naturally good at some things that you wonder how they have been gifted, so much knowledge about something. And our honorable speaker is someone I have known quite a while before we had an encounter. I have heard of him from people, I have seen his posts around, always talking about children, his passion for children, his passion for making things right for children. And today we have that person, and I believe is there with that spirit too. The person of Abdulazeez Issa. I know him as Abdulazeez Issa. I'm just going to introduce him the way I know him. I know him as a leader, as a young, affluent leader. I know him as an influence, a positive influence, alhamdulillah. And I know him as a Muslim who strives to impact children's life using Islamic teachings. I've seen his teachings and how he fuses everything with the Islamic teachings, the correct teachings, how children should live their lives, how they should be around their parents, and how parents should ultimately be around their children. And this is what this session is about. This is what the whole boot camp is about. The whole boot camp has been created to help our parents redefine the things they see, or the notion they have about parenting that shouldn't be, or the notion they have that is correct, but they are scared of implementing those notions because they don't want to be like their own parents. I want to be very kind to my child and all, and sometimes end up being too lenient. So how can we strike a balance? That's what we are trying to do today, inshallah. And the person who will be doing that for us is Abdulazeez Issa. I hope he's going to introduce himself more, and the topic he's going to be discussing in the next 30-40 minutes is empowering children's growth through active parental participation. Supporting children's dream and development. Supporting children's dreams and development, which is under the theme of empowering children's growth through active parental participation. The reason why we chose this theme is to make the parents realize that their children cannot grow without them. Your children cannot have the life they need to have without you. So the moment your child becomes 13, 14, and you turn him to a second parent by putting him in charge of everything, you might have a great intention of, okay, I want him to be independent. But the truth is, the question we should ask ourselves is, the independence we want for our child, how do we make it happen without making the child lose the connection they should have with us during those stages? Or as children, your child is 3 years old, 4 years old, and you already expect the child to know a lot about life. You already expect the child to be smart. You attend your child's kindergarten party, kindergarten end of year party, and you are criticizing a 4-year-old for not coming first in class because you expect him to be smart. The question we should ask you is, were you smart when you were 4-year-old? Were you told that you were smart when you were 4 years old? Right? And many other things. So, but if the parents, if we are active and we understand our roles, instead of the criticisms we use, instead of the abuse, instead of the condemnation many parents withhold, because that's how we've been trained. If you understand our participation by supporting children's dreams and development, how would our children turn out? Without further ado, I'll be handing over the microphone to the speaker, and we'll be doing justice to this, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan, sir, for being here. You have the floor, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to believe that voice is manageable.
Yes, it is
All
very
right.
manageable.
All right. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. It is an honor to be here. I welcome you all here for being intentional parents and children. If we still have the children too here, because only intentional ones can come to this kind of program. And as a for that kind of intro, I'm still learning. I'm still learning from the bosses like Ibn Zakaria. So I'll just try my best. All right. Before I start, though I will share my screen. Malam Ibn Zakaria, I would love to grant me access to share my screen. I don't know if
Oh,
I can do that.
all right, I'll check that now.
Okay. So before I introduce my slide, to keep it all short because this is 3:07 and I have to round up before 3:30. So I will rush while trying to be calm, inshallah. So I will firstly say about my experience, my scenario that happened yesterday based on this program and what's currently happening. You see, I just finished my service that is NYSC on Thursday. So I have to have this presentation today, Saturday. So I I plan to come on Saturday before. Then I think, what if I come on Saturday and maybe something happened to the car and because I was planning 8:30, this 8:30 that was given in the previous this thing that was supposed to be last week. What if I did not come in time and our car came after 8:30? I will not be able to present in the car, or I came around 8 and I'm all stressed and I'm not be able to do efficiently. So I decided to start planning rush things and come on Friday, not knowing that the session has been shifted to this afternoon. So what I'm trying to bring out here is that while our children have the capacity to do well, to succeed in life, planning for them as parents, because they are still kids, they cannot plan for themselves. Planning for them as parents can determine whether this success can come into reality or not. I have my presentation slides written as early as the 12th of this month. What I have to present, I've made preparations for everything. I have the capacity to present it. But if I had not planned it well, I will not be here. So that's what I'm trying to bring out with this short scenario. That while our children have the capacity to even be more successful, achieve what you want them to achieve, even beyond what you want them to achieve, our planning for them as parents is very crucial. All right, now I will be starting with I will share my I will share my screen, please. All right. Now, can we see the screen, please?
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay, this is Business Academy invited Abdulazeez Issa, and today is this day. And the topic before me is supporting children's brain and development. Supporting children's brain and development. All right, we want to achieve two objectives in this presentation. The first is that to remind us what we have always known, because we are human beings that have the capacity to always forget here and there, every now and then. So to remind us what we know and to inform us about things that we may not know and are very important on raising children and supporting our children's dreams. So these are the two main things we want to achieve. Now, moving on to the next slide, we have these 2 points here. The first one on blue says that our children are blessings from the God Almighty, Allah. We must do our best to guide and support them to achieve success. This is the noblest way to be grateful to the one who gave us these children. You will wonder when you maybe you give birth to your own child at home without even going to the hospital, or you went to the hospital. You will find out that some people they come out of the hospital crying while you were joyful that God has given you children and you are happy about it. You have not done anything special for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you these children. But being happy that you have children is not enough. The noblest way, the best way that you can say, Alhamdulillah, God, I am grateful, is to give these children the guidance that they need. That if you are not doing that, it's like not being grateful. That's just it. The first way to be grateful is to guide these children right. That's the first way to be grateful. That Allah, God, I thank God for you giving me this. All right, the second part says that parenting, that is good parenting in quotes, is the work of the few intentional ones. It is challenging and demanding, yes, compulsory and fulfilling. You see, good parenting is is a very hard job. As a teacher, I don't have children yet. As a teacher, I know what it is to deal with children. Not talk of you being their parent, dealing with them every now and then. And I want to believe that everybody that are here, they are intentional individuals. That is why we are here. We want to know more how we can do the best for our children. Believe me, it is what we all know. Parenting is very challenging. It is a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of work. But the result is fulfilling. When others are groaning about being irresponsible parents in the future, you will be happy. By the time you are weak, these children are going to be the ones to support you. All the things that you cannot do, that you don't even think about, they will do it for them because you have guided them when you can. I want to believe we can still hear me and we are still with me.
Yes, we can still hear you, sir. I hope
All right.
others are can
All right.
hear and you are here. Please let me know in the in-call message if you are still here.
Oh, okay. I think that would be better. All right. Moving on. So on observation and documentation. Is somebody talking?
No, 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 no.
Okay. On observation and documentation, you will see any meaningful thing that will happen in life, they must have documentation. Look at all the prophets that are sent by Allah. They must all come with a message. And these messages are always documented. So let's take a look at the Quran. Let's take a look at the Bible. The books, they are there. They are information that have, okay, this is what you do. You cannot just be thinking that these things, it should be like this. This is what it is. You have to put them down. So now, what are the suggestions? What are the things you can document? The things that you see, the passion that you see that your children are showing from their small age, even as early as less than 1 year old. I have seen children that are less than 1 year old, but while others have not started talking, like the rate at even the talk does not have meaning. Like for the rate at which this child talks, you will see that no, this one, if we take care of him very well, he's going to be a good speaker, inshallah. Like we just be talking up and down. This. And you be seeing the others that are even 1.5 years old. They may not say more than 10 words in a day. And this one, you can say 100 words in 2 minutes, only saying something. Instead of you as parents saying that, this child is talking too much, this, da, 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 da. You will record it. Okay, when this child is between 7 months old and 11 months old, duration of 3 months, he needs to be very good talker. Don't say talker to you. He needs to be a good talker because that is what you want your child to be, even if eventually he wants to be talking. You want him to be speaking something that is good, not a talkative, not our nolofofo. So you write it down. You use your hand to write good things about your child. Between this so this time around, I see my child. He's always if there is money somewhere, he will not pick it. If there is place somewhere, but when he sees stacks of books, he's always going there. Record them, put them down because we forget things. It is natural. We are human beings. I have diary for each of your children. This is Abdulazeez note. This is Abdurrashid diary. This is this. Be paying attention to all of this. Their interest, what they have interest in. What is that thing that they have interest in? A child that has interest in food, don't say he just like eating food. Since that this person has interest in food, perhaps in the future he may want to own his own what do they call restaurant. Don't say oh don't get yeah this and that. You like seafood and this. The one that like money. Don't say you like money. Money is the root of all evil. This and that. No, you say okay. There's possibility that this guy can become a financial coach in the future. You should be seeing the positive side of all these interests of these children.
And the pizza, yeah.
So you
We
pay
don't want
attention to their interests
to
and
see the
document them
movie.
down
I can't see
with
this
good handwriting.
movie
Write
again.
them clearly. Then with
This
clearly
month. I
stated
don't even have.
dates.
I don't have any
All right.
number.
Attention. What these children are paying attention
So
to. They're very close to interest and passion. What they spend their time on.
times two.
The things that they
Every
find
single
easy. You see that some children they find memorization very easy. When they go to the Arabic school, when they go for Bible study, things that others cannot memorize in 5 days, he has memorized it in 5 hours. He has memorized it in 5 hours. You should pay attention to all these things that these children find easy and be documenting them down. All right. Things that these children talks about consistently. The things that these children talks about consistently, please pay attention to them. Then their complaints. This is why I put this one last, especially in Africa. We see that we used to think complaint is not something good. Actually, complaint can be used positively. If you see a child that is complaining about one food is not good or not, don't say that is what we provide for you and you must eat it, ibaje, this and that. No, you maybe this kind of child when you nurture him or her very well, he can grow up to start recommending healthy food for other people in the future. If you see someone complaining about maybe other selling lies, that when I come to school, there's this boy that they call Jabbar. He's always selling lies. There's this girl called Abigail. He's always selling lies. Don't say, shut up. Must you come out with John to selling food? Don't be discussing what is going on. You don't have time for this. Listen to their complaints. All of those things that they are complaining about, that may be the problem they have come to solve in life. That may be if you buy a dress for your child, he's always complaining, this style is not okay, this style is not beautiful, I don't like it, mommy, I don't like it, daddy. Don't say they are complaining, that's what you have, this and that. Of course, you are going to teach them that you should be contented with what you are giving. Nonetheless, pay attention to all these things. They may, at the end of the day, be the one recommending modest styles for people. The cloth that other fashion designers are going to make can be collecting 3, 4 thousand. They'll be collecting 20, 25, 35,000 because they have knowledge about it. They are passionate about it. They have interest about it. They are exposure about it. They are well branded. They have been supported from the beginning. The information that other fashion designers do not have, you as the parents have provided it for them. You have supported them from the beginning. So you can convert all of these their complaints to positive things. Please pay attention to them and document them. You will see at the right side of the slide on the screen, it says that the patterns generated from observing and documenting the process and progress of a child's life event can generate a footprint to determine the child's purpose in life. While we all know that the main purpose, the first purpose in life is come and worship God. whether you call it Allah or you call it some other name from your own religion, from your own side. We know that is number one purpose. But beyond that, there are innate characteristics, there are gifts, there are some things that God has given us, Allah has given us, so that we can live purposefully in life. You will not be living and be heading on that with others. You will not be living and be confused. You have an idea of what you have come to do in life. You are not saying, God, ah, me as a teacher that I'm teaching, there's no money in this teaching. No. See, these engineers, they are making big amounts of money. But as a purposeful teacher, you are going to be fulfilled. You know what to do. You know how to be well branded. You know how to upgrade yourself. You know how to develop yourself. You know how to deploy yourself. That you'll be doing well than other regular teachers. That even an engineer that you think others are thinking they want to be, doctors they want to be, you will be doing well even than a purposeless doctor. You'll be doing well even than a purposeless astronaut. Let me quickly teach this in. There is difference between career and purposefulness. You can have a good career and sound career, and you are not living your purpose because the brain is big enough to learn plenty things. You can learn and know things that you don't, that do not align with what are your innate characteristics. That you know that when you are doing it, you are not hungry. When you are hungry, you are not living it until you are done. When you are sick, when you hear about it, you get half healed. These are things that give a footprint to what they are. You will just see some people are so confident about life. They are so young, but their level of confidence, their level of influence is unimaginable. It's nothing. It is purpose. It is purpose. So look at Ibn Zakaria, for example. I know that he's not up to 40 years old. I'm very sure. But where he's speaking, the influence he has, some 80 years old people don't have it. It is nothing. It is purpose. It is purpose. There are people that have built big houses and some other stuff, but they are not happy about themselves. It's nothing but purpose. So all of these things that you have observed and documented, they can give a footprint to what these children may become in life. All right, I want to believe we are following and getting that, and I'm not too fast.
We are not so fast and we are following. And I want to believe every other person is following. I don't want to believe I'm the only one enjoying this session. If you are following, let us know in the comment messages, please.
All right, let's quickly move to the next slide. On children's involvement. Involvement, from the word involve. Okay, we are cooking. Oh yeah, you to put, this is 2 pieces of magic you want to put. Oh yeah, sprinkle it on it. That's involvement. You are involving. So now, involve these children. Don't just dictate for them everything. Do this, bring that. Abdullah, bring that. Mutmainna, go there. Involve these children. Why you don't want to leave them free to do what they like? No. You guide them. However, leave them to do some things themselves. From there, you are going to determine what's their fear, what they can do confidently. Even if the president of Nigeria is with her or him, he just doing that thing. He doesn't mind. From there, you understand what these children are. Now, let's take a look at what you have. Ask them engaging questions. What is going on in the news? Ask them, what are these things? If you ask him about politics, out of your 5 children, one of them, you see that is the one, when you ask them politics matter, is the one very flowing. When you move to another channel that is talking about Quran memorization, Islamic teachings and other, you see that another one is the one that is always engaging better. Another one, when you are watching another channel that is talking about different cuisines, different, how to cook different things, it may even be male, not even a female, that will be engaging more. Okay, what do you see about this thing that they are mixing together? Ask them questions about family matters, about what's going on around. Okay, this process that they want to organize. I think you've read it in the news. This you have seen it. They must have mentioned it in the school. Your civic education teacher must have mentioned it. Your government teacher must have mentioned it. What do you think about it? One or two of your child, they will say something. From there, you are going to know what they are good at, what they have interest in from all this engagement. Please don't don't fear that your children are always talking. Fear that they are always keeping quiet. Any child that you see, if you ask them this, they will not say anything. Those ones are the ones you should even be scared for. You should pray for them. You should pray for them. Hire coaches for them. Hire mentors for them. Because if they don't talk, we don't know what they want. We don't know what they can do. Even themselves, they don't have an idea of what they can do. And you have to do to become something, whether here in the world or in the hereafter. Encourage them to express themselves. Allow them, don't keep them shut when they want to. You mind, Fatima, your mouth is too sharp. You're always wanting to talk. Let them say something. Only don't allow them to say bad things. When they say what is wrong, correct them in a lovely manner. Don't dictate for them. See, you you are you can make flaws just like your children can make flaws, just like even Zachariah wrote in one of his posts. I want to believe some people that have read through what is going on the WhatsApp group must have read that in one of his posts. Adults can make mistakes even more. Which mistake can children make other than to make mistakes instead of go and buy good things, you go and buy the cheap. But adults can make mistakes that are very costly because adults are found in things that are costly, things that are risky. So don't think because you are the father or the mother now, you think you are the alpha or the omega of their life. They can not do anything. Like everything you need to do, you have to dictate it for them because you know everything. You don't know everything, please. That is why we are here. We learn from others. We read from other people's posts. We seek advice from others. Then assign tasks to them. You are 7 years old, Abi. Oh yeah, go and take care of your 3 years old brother. Don't look at them. Don't even go and do another thing that is far away from where they are staying, so that the child can have the full independence and confidence that my mom is not looking at me. Maybe I'm putting the soap in his hair, or where the child can get injured. Leave them. Because they are going to go to school, they will go to some other places that you will not have, your house will not be there to guide them. So let them be doing those things at home. Let them make mistakes. Let him put that, put that soap inside his younger one's eyes so that you can quickly wash it. The one that you will be there to quickly wash. Before they will go and make mistake that you would have gone viral on social media, that it will not be easy to wash. Assign that to them. Let them go and cook. Even the food that the whole family will eat. Let them cook it. Let them add extra sauce. Don't say anything. Manage it like that day. With that one day food. Please, let's assign tasks to them. Then the last one is involve them in diverse activities. Expose them to different things. Your friend that is a fashion designer, take him there, take her there. He may pick up interest in fashion designing. Your friend that is a fishery person that is very fish, take him there. He may pick up interest. But if it is only at home, nothing else other than what you know, do you want your child to be who you are exactly? Of course, you cannot be. What if we only have doctors in the world and we don't have farmers? What will doctors eat? All your children cannot be like you. You have to involve them in different things so that you can have a balance in the world. Your friend that is doing that engineering work, take them there. Let them go and greet them. You just see that the child has started playing with some of the instruments. You see, okay, it seems this boy wants to have interest in this fabrication work. Your friends, your mates, your colleagues, take them for excursions, beneficial places. Let them go for vacations based on the strength you have, based on your financial capacity, based on your influence. You don't need to have a lot of money. You don't need to know the president of Nigeria to do all those things. Those few friends that you have, the work that they do, take your children to those places. Let them go and see. You will just say you want to go and greet your friends, but that is not your intention. You want to know what your children have interest in because if you don't know, it is hidden stuff. We don't know. We just have to try different things and try our best and pray about it. So that is that on children's engagement. And now on investment. What are the things to invest? We know we have to invest our time. You invest your time. The deen, their religion, they have to take it seriously. Their studies, they have to take it seriously. What they will use to make the heaven, you have to take them. To make them, you have to take time to teach them. What they will use to make it in this world. Because if you are looking for Jannah and there is no money in pocket, it will lead to frustration. We are human beings. We are emotional. Before you know it, you lose track of what you are even chasing and you become something else. So teach them to become well in this world and to fight for the hereafter. You create time for them. Spend money on them. Take courses, buy books, go for seminars that what based on your capacity. Spend money. Don't just buy clothes for them alone. Invest in their intellectual capacity. Make them happy. Spend money on them. Don't just be buying things for your own self alone. You are growing up already. These are the children that will become your own legacy. Because you want to build a house that is more than house. Don't build house because you take a look, okay, from what I'm earning recently, if my children want to go to university, this one is currently 18, this one is 23, this other one is 19. Let's take a look at it. What's our earning capacity? This is the mother, let's do a little bit of calculation. This one will be in 300 level next year, this one will be in GS3 next week, this one will be in 200 level this. Do the calculation and see if that house you want to build is the next thing. Because Yoruba will say Omota Akoloma Abilita Abata. I'm telling you, even those that don't even sell the house. Okay, your own forefather's house, you cannot live there again because they have become outdated. You didn't sell them because no one will even buy them. I think you even sell, you still have the money. You keep the money with you. But these ones you can't even sell them because they have become outdated. Some have collapsed. That even rats, they are scared to live there because the roof may fall on them. Even rats. So please, while we pay attention to superficial resources, let's pay more attention. Let's prioritize the development of our children, especially on this money matter. On this money matter, let's prioritize it. Then our energy. Let's spend our energy. Don't say, me, I'm tired. These children, even one child is not easy. Not talk of 4 children, you not give up totally. It's not easy. To be successful is not always easy. Me, I'm still young. You that you are old, you know already. So we have to invest our energy. Pay attention. Okay, have you memorized this? Have you read this? Have you done that? Because your child wants to read. You've read that book 100 times, so you still pick the book and read with him. You are investing your energy because you know what you want to get. Then prayer, very important. Prayer, very important. While we are a bit in control of the physical phenomenon, the spiritual phenomenon is more than what you know. The spiritual realm is more than what you know. So we need to constantly pray. If I see a parent that is not praying on their children, I will not be shy to call that kind of parent irresponsible. Because the spiritual realm is more than what you know. It's more than I don't want to stretch it more than that. Prayer. Pray for them. Pray for them. If they say if you like charges, say it's because of my child. Join me so that you too can pray for your child. Don't let anybody fool themselves, saying that they want to fool you, saying that you are doing too much. Pray in any way you know, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. pray for your children, inshallah, and Allah is going to accept our prayers. And now we are almost ending, okay? So I want us to have an idea of what it means. We are almost finishing. This is subhanallah. This is 3:36. Mala Ibu Zakaria.
Yeah, I'm with you, sir. We are enjoying the moments. That's why I didn't
Oh,
speak.
oh, so I didn't notice. Okay, all right. Don't, please, don't fear about the future. The future is in the hands of the Almighty God. Don't fear. What you should do is to seek clarity about the future. This is the, I don't know what you can become in life. This is it. Go for clarity coach. Go for clarity coach. This thing, finance this thing. I don't know this money thing. Go and learn skill. Go for finance coaching. This instead of getting scared and fear, seek clarity and pray. That's the only thing. Don't fear because when there is fear in the body, let's say for example, I've prepared all of the things I want to say, but I'm scared. I will not be able to present all these things. Please take fear out of the picture. Instead of fear, seek clarity because it is clarity that takes away fear and pray. Then illegal means don't seek for illegal means to cater for your children. These children are now 25. If I don't do all these bad things, how do you want to? Don't do that. Any bad thing you do, before they befall on you, except if you have children, they will firstly befall on your children because they are weak. They are weak. You are big, you are gigantic. They may not be able to beat you. That's the physical one, no. But they can say your child, all uncle, nothing like this. Your father is not that good person. Because your children are very weak, don't expose them. Don't make them vulnerable because of your illegal means of earning to cater for your children. Please, don't let me stress it more than that. Exposing, talking about everything about your children to others. If your children make false position, you failed others. If your child is not smart, you complain to somebody. If your child do this, you complain. Keep your secret to yourself. Every good things and bad things about your children, keep it to yourself. And teach your children to also keep much of their secret to themselves. Because there are bad eyes. Bad eyes are there. They will not do anything, but because they are seeing it, thinking in a bad way and looking it in a bad way, and that thing is start spoiling. And they have not done anything, like they have not taken your name to anywhere. There are people like that. So seeing alone. But when you expose everything about your success, the fact that their mind is not happy about it, without even cursing or saying anything, taking your name to anywhere, you just that some things are getting wrong. Try to keep yourself to yourself as much as possible. Then don't cause them. Don't cause them, especially the Yoruba parents that are here. Don't cause your children. The children that they are praying for self, we know what they are becoming. Not talk of the caused ones, the caused ones. Don't let me stress it more than that. Don't cause them. If they do anything that angers you, this blissful child. You this exciting child. You this joyful child. Subhanallah. So, Allah will guide you. God will guide you. You'll be blessed. Don't do that again. Say opposite of intended thing you need to say when they are doing bad things. Don't cause them, please. Words, especially your parents, are powerful. Then don't give up on them, no matter what. No matter what. Let me quickly keep in the story of Thomas Edison. Those, all of us who know this great man, Thomas Edison, that is very popular about different inventions. When he was very young, he was very dull. Then they wrote a letter to his mom that this child is very dull to the extent that he cannot cope with anything that they are teaching. We be taking care of him. We cannot teach him because he has no capacity to understand what we are teaching him. Then when this woman is reading this letter, she started crying. Then this child is now asking, Mommy, why are you crying? The mother now says, they say, you are too exceptional, you are too gifted for you to be taught with other children. So they say I should be teaching you. Then this word empowers the child that, so as I am exceptional. So he's eager to do more. He's eager to do more. And the woman started homeschooling the child. And look at all the big inventions. If you don't know about it, just browse it later. Thomas Edison. Go and browse it. You will see all the great stuff the man did in life. This is because this woman didn't give up on the child. Then the last one says, don't dictate to them. We've mentioned them in involvement. Don't dictate to them always. Let them do some things by themselves. We are not in military regime. This is collaboration. This is involvement. This is understanding. This is loving. This is caring generation. No military periods again, please. Even those that were raised with military ants, they complain about their parents that this is what their parents did to us. And those parents are also regretting. We've seen it online that I remember those days when we used to treat our children like this. We never know that it's not okay. Now we move to recommendations. Teach your children to fear and love God. Is number one. Because if you don't teach them to fear and love God, look at the developments we have in sciences in other areas of life today. Instead of life to be getting better, is it getting better? Look at what bombs are doing. Look at what harmful intelligence that are supposed to be used for great stuff, making life easier. This life is getting harder because of what? No fear and love of God. But when you fear, you have proved, you have taught your children the fear and love of God. Whatever they learn, they will not go and use it in opposite way. Look at the kind of words I'm saying. There are other people that they are very sound than me when they are speaking, but all of the things they are saying, they are bad things. They are out to spoil people's life. Their level of expertise when it comes to writing, but they never use it to write good things. They write to petitions. They write it to bring people down. Anyone that is raised in a God-fearing home will never do those stuff. Your children's brain, they can learn anything. But if you don't teach them their brain to love God, they will use all those things that they have learned to go against you. And they are going to buy things that are going to make you unhappy for you in this world and in the hereafter. So the first thing that should be the bedrock, the foundation of all learning in our homes, to be fear and love of God before other things follow. It is better for a child to not know other things other than fear of God than to know everything without fear of God. Please take note. It is better. Why? Even though it's not okay, but it is better for a child to know the fear of God and not know any other thing other than for them to know everything and don't know fear of God. Now, the next one, we will teach them how to worship. Let them worship with you. If you have been a lazy worshiper when you were single, the moment you get married, start learning. The moment you give birth, let the ability to worship, understanding your religion, increase in you. Not because of yourself, because you know that your children, they are going to pick from it. So, believe me, it is very rare to see a child that is more, that has ability to worship God more than their parents. It is very rare. Many times the parents are usually God-fearing and understand worshiping than the children, because they will just pick some percentage of yours. It is when they have become grown adults that when they can start building upon all those things you have taught them. Encourage them to express themselves. Manage their screen time and the use of mobile devices. I talk about it on my social media a lot. So I want you to check them. There is no time. The screen time and their mobile devices, manage them. Seek for coaches that understand how to manage devices, how to control their devices even from your own device. Go and learn them. Keep learning. Personal development is key. In fact, parenting, I say, is personal development. If you want to be a good parent, you must not end schooling and learning. Family is schooling. Please keep learning about your religion, about how the children can be great. Everything you can learn, keep learning because of them. Then follow experts on parenting and related areas online. Your religious leaders that have good track record, follow them. Philosophers, psychologists, counselors, people that their area of expertise are related to parenting, follow them. Then attend physical lectures and seminars on parenting. You will connect with other intentional parents. They are going to recommend good schools. They recommend good coaches. They recommend good books you have read. They have read. They are going to recommend them to you by meeting. Connect with people that are living meaningful lives. That you see that their children are doing well. Connect with them so that they can share what they are doing with you. Then, on a final note, teach them the fear of God. Only Allah guides will only lead them to the right path. Don't say, I've tried all my best. They are not doing. You are not. The guidance is not in your hand. Your own is just to give them an idea of what guidance is and pray for them. Look at Prophet Noah that the Christian called Noah. Look at the child. Did he go the right way like his father upon the number of years that Prophet Noah alayhi salatu wasalam used to preach? So do you want to tell me Prophet Noah's fault? Does you want to tell me that Prophet Noah is not guided? Noah was not guided. No, he was guided. But the guidance of children is in Allah's hand. But if you don't guide them, they can be misguided. That is it. You try your own best. Then make learning fun and not a way of punishment. Don't say because it is only when they have offended that you ask them to carry their Quran to go and read or to carry their book. You have made them see learning as some other good stuff as punishment. No, make learning fun for them. Take them out. Let them go and learn stuff where the environment is conducive based on how you have the capacity. Then be a good role model. Very important. After the fear of God, the second one is role modeling. You want your child to be putting on good hijab, being well, do that, but you don't use hijab. You don't even use scarf. And you say you are a Muslim, you are a Muslima. You are not a good role model. You are always telling us, you are the one that say, Muridana, tell them I'm not around. When you are around, whatever you want your child to be, show it to them. Don't just talk. We have said that we like Ojoro. We like Ojoro. I don't know if everybody understands Ojoro here. You tell children what to do. You don't do it because these children cannot query you. And I love the children of these days. They will query. They will query. Yes. Now, be free to communicate intimate things with them. Don't let them go and be learning things online. They tell that their age cannot carry this, and you are negligent about things that you are supposed to have told them for a long time. And these children have now become ignorant, that they are now going to learn all these things. What? My own child that have brought up to be God-fearing, conservative, and conventional, doing all of these things. Yes, they become sassy. At best, they become pretenders. When they go to school, they will do different things. When they are at home, they will do different things. Because you don't have intimate continuity. You are a soldier. Father is a soldier. Mother is a civil defense. You are always shouting. You are always shouting. Even soldiers they are now learning emotional intelligence. What of you that is not soldier? Please, don't be soldiers to your children. Then be patient about them. I can't emphasize this more. Be patient about them. They are children. They are just learning. They don't know anything. Don't compare your own 35 experience, 75, 50 experience in life with their 7 years old. What are they know? They don't know anything. I think you used to remember when your parents used to when you are 10 years old. This your child that is 7 years old. It's smarter than you when you are 12 compared to this your child that is 7. They are even telling you and you are still denying it. You want to compare your own age that is 50 years old with your child that is just 15. Please, let's be patient with them. Pray for them always. Pray, 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 pray. Now, as in the to round this off, this is to inspire us to keep supporting and developing our children's dreams. This is nothing. This is just very short. In fact, this is just to boost our interest in having our interest in our children's dreams about parenting. This is nothing compared to what we should be doing for our children. Good parenting isn't a destination. It is a continuous process that you do every day. The way you bath every day, you eat every day. If you have not done something about good parenting about your child one day, know that you have started for one day. And by the time you have started for a week, that means you are dead. If you are not thinking about good parenting for a week, you should think it as if you are dying already. This is a call to refine our process by continuous learning. We cannot know, we cannot be informed on how to do things right except we learn. Things are changing. Learn about technology, how it's affecting. If you don't have the time to learn these things, take them, go and give them to teachers, to coaches, to mentors that are going to do better. You cannot teach them everything because you have limited knowledge, you have limited expertise in different things. Thank you, and God bless. Assalamu alaikum. Question and answer.
Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much. That was very, very beautiful. That was a beautiful presentation. Please, if you are still with me, please let's use the in-call message section to thank the speaker. I was enjoying the session and I could not just tell you to stop. I know we say just 30 to 40 minutes, but I was enjoying the session. It was amazing, really, and I have a lot of notes. I don't have a child yet, too, but I have learned quite a lot, and I believe those parents who are here, who have children, have also learned. I'm waiting for your message in the in-call message section. Now, it was an amazing session, really. Now, I know some parents will still have some arguments in their mind. So, what I'll be doing in the next 2 minutes is to convince you to open your mind to some of the things the speaker said. We might not be able to take questions, but hopefully we'll be able to evaluate ourselves and do some practical things. So, my first practical activity for you now is, did you pray for your child today? It is a yes or no question. Ask yourself. Just ask yourself. You don't need to answer me. Did you pray for your child today, whether it is consciously or unconsciously? Your child is with you or your child is not with you. Did you pray for them today? My own parents prayed for me today because it's a normal thing they do. It's a spontaneous activity. Whenever my parents call, the first thing my dad say is, Bawani, Sheko Koja Farada, Alhamdulillah. Koja Farada means, hope it is not so intense. I like, Alhamdulillah, it's not intense. The next thing that will follow is, Alam Ashiron. It will be Allah Ashiron. May God is our affairs. So, if I get on a call with my dad or my mom, 50% of the call will be prayers. So, what about you? Did you pray for your child today? The second thing is, how often do you pray for them? How often? The speaker mentioned prayer and emphasized on prayer. There are evil eyes everywhere. There are evil eyes waiting to destroy the future of your children. And if you don't take charge by praying, you are the parents. You are a parent for a reason. You should not give your child too much freedom. Like, do whatever you want, spend however time you want to spend on your screen. Your child is just 7 as a smartphone. It might be or might not be a bad thing, but how are you in control of that smartphone? Do you know what your child is doing? Now, some of you said a 7-year-old cannot cook, but a 7-year-old has a tablet in your house. A 7-year-old has a laptop without your supervision. But you said a 7-year-old cannot cook by himself. I started cooking by 7 without a supervision. The first rice I cooked, it was salty and it was not done. But I ate it like that. Everybody ate it like that without supervision, because before then I've been staying with my mom in the kitchen. I've been watching my mom cook. So what we are saying is, you've trained them, they've seen you, they've observed. Let them try things themselves. Just take your eyes away from them. Let them do it themselves. Let them do it. Let them make that mistake. They will come back to you because they trust you to be their teacher. They trust you to be their mentor. They trust you to be their role model, and they will ask you questions. So, the question I ask parents, please, I want you to evaluate that. And if you have not prayed for your child today, it is not too late to do that. Now, another thing the speaker mentioned, he mentioned fear that your child is always keeping quiet. I told a child last year in Oshobo, I told a child this. She talks a lot. When I was in a session, she was talking and she was gisting. Right? So I called her and I asked for her name, and I asked her, why do you talk a lot? She was like, so she felt bad because I asked that question. And her friends who were there was like, she's a talkative. That's why she's always talking. Everybody always says she's a talkative. And I asked her what she wants to be. She said she wants to be a medical doctor. I said, that's great. Please. What I told her was, please, don't stop talking. I could have told her to shut up, but I did not. Because when I was a child, I was told to shut up a lot. And it affected me. My teachers told me to shut up. So I repeated classes. I could not express myself. Until I became a teenager, until I became an adult, where I found my voice again and I started speaking again. And now, I don't want anyone to tell me to shut up. In fact, you cannot tell me to shut up because you will enjoy me speaking. Now, imagine if I don't talk. You will not be here. We won't be having this session. If I don't talk, I would not have been able to impact many lives as I have in my 20s. The speaker said I'm not up to 40. I'm not even up to 30. So I'm still very young. Okay, I'm still very young, and I hope I'll be able to do more of this because of my ability, my potential. I may not be a medical doctor, but I've chosen a career, I've chosen a path, a passion that allows me to interact with parents, that allows me to interact with children. The same thing with the speaker too. You listen to him, and he does not have a child, but I bet you he might have spent more of his life with children, more than you have done with your children. That is the fact. Because the role of teachers, especially those who teach children, cannot be overemphasized. And many parents are lacking in this regard. We throw our children outside, we throw them out. The holiday is coming. You want to throw your children to their grandmother. They are going to Odo Mama. Odo Mama Nivadon. Odo Mama. When they go to Odo Mama, Mama is not concerned whether they pray or not. Mama is only concerned about giving them sweet or biscuits. Mama is not concerned whether they read or not. Your child will come back, and because you only spend 3 weeks in his grandparents, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is you need to start evaluating the purpose of you sending them there. If your child is going there and only comes back, every form of intelligence he has left him, then maybe your child needs to stay with you this holiday, and you need to nurture your child. Help him nurture that intelligence. Help him nurture. We know stories of children who, whenever they go for holiday, they come back, they curse people, they learn how to curse, they insult, and their mother will be like, you don't know where you know the kind of place you took your child to. So why are you asking that question? Right? So another thing the speaker said is invest in their intellectual capability. Please, parents, invest in your child capability. Many parents are supposed to be here, but they are not. And I know they have reasons, and some, I bet, they don't have reasons. They don't have any justification. We are Africans, and many of us, we still have that cultural orientation of, I know what I'm doing. I am a parent. You cannot tell me how to teach my child. You cannot tell me how to nurture my child. I know what I'm doing. So we all believe we know what we are doing. Many times we don't know what we are doing, and we refuse to learn because of our ego. So we need to change that perspective, because it will help change the perspective that our children can just become anything when they go to expensive schools, when they go to school where they are paying 300,000. So whenever your child does not know something, you go to meet the teacher. Why am I now paying 300,000 when you cannot even teach my child properly? Do you know that thing you are claiming that your child doesn't know? Do you know? How intelligent are you? You want your child to be intelligent. Your child spends the night with you at home. How intelligent are you? Have you ever think of something, a game, an activity to play with your child that will enable your child to trust you, to spend time with you, rather than just putting them in expensive schools? So you need to do things that will build your child intellectual capacity, getting them a coach, getting them a guide, getting them someone who understands their nature and will help you guide them and will help you strengthen their emotional intelligence. Then the last thing is, I love this one. Your children cannot be like you. Your children cannot be like you. I love this one. Very important. Your children cannot be like you. So parents, mommy, daddy, I want my child to become a medical doctor. Why? Because I just love medical doctors. It would be a great thing for my child to be a medical doctor. It is a normal profession. And your child say, mommy, I want to be a tailor. You're like, go for beat, you not be a tailor. Have you forgotten that Instagram fashion designer that always sew your dress? You forgotten that she's also a tailor. She just has packaging. What she has is packaging, but she's a tailor. So if your child wants to be a tailor, help that child learn what it takes to be a tailor. Help him build it. We have children of 15, 16 who have their own brands, they have their own businesses, and they are doing amazingly well. I chose to become a coach. I chose to be a team coach. I chose to be to pursue child psychology because I love being around children. I love being around teenagers. I want to help them grow. And the question I got when I started is, why do you do this? You can become something else. You have the ability. You are very intelligent. You can become an engineer and all. But then I tell them, this is what I want to do. I want to use my own story. I want to use my knowledge to help other children, to help parents. And I'm doing it. And I'm excited about it because I'm getting known for it. I'm impacting lives. I'm changing lives. So there's a difference between career and purpose. So help your child find their purpose. Right? All these things, there are books you can read that will help you understand these things if only we pay attention as parents. Jazakumullah khair once again to the speaker. I'm sorry we can't take questions, but this has been an amazing session. This has been very, very amazing. And I hope the parents enjoy the session too. Please, if you do, drop a message. One thing you learned from this session before we end, drop it in the in-call message. Let's see what is that one important thing you learned and you are going to start implementing from this session, inshallah. This is just the part one. Oh, you can speak, sir. This is just the part one of the parental workshop. We still have 2 more workshops to go, and bet me, they are going to be interesting. Thank you for being present. Sir, you can speak.
All right. Please, I would love to share the presentation slide with the participants. If they miss one or two things, yes, and even those are absent, even if they don't get to, I think, okay, maybe this session is recorded, right?
Yes, it's recorded, but we can still send the
Yes.
slide. We, we can still
So,
send the slide to the.
so when at the time they are listening, they will still have all of the whole information so that everything will be full. I don't want us to miss anything.
All right, thank you
All
very
right.
much, sir. That's beautiful. Jazakumullah khairan. The slide will be sent to the WhatsApp group, inshallah. The slide will be sent to the WhatsApp group. So even those who miss the session will be able to access it. Thank you once more for staying through. We'll be having the second session, which is journaling and reflection for your children. We'll be having it by 5 p.m. We were supposed to have it this morning, but it was postponed. So I hope your children will be present, and we will inform other parents that are not here to be present by 5 p.m. Inshallah, that's in 50 something minutes time. We'll be back. The link to join the session will be dropped on the WhatsApp group, and we'll take a ride from there. Then tomorrow, inshallah, we'll have the session on introduction to oratory. How can your children become eloquent speakers? Remember, this is just a boot camp, and we hope to see. And we hope to see your children when we have the master class, inshallah. Yeah, I love this. Do not show what you observed on your children under the rug. It might be vague at first, but with documentation, you'll be able to know more. Regarding this, I'm going to drop a long message on the WhatsApp group for parents to read, and maybe you will be pushed to take action this time. Everything the speaker said, serious, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I never regretted telling the speaker to come here. I had no one else in my mind but him. And as I was speaking, I remembered everything I wrote in my book, Let the Children Live. It's an ebook for parents to learn how to help their children. That's one of the steps you can take to become better parents. Let the children live. When he said, he talked about purpose, he talked about documenting the things you observe. These are things that I wrote in the book. And it's amazing. It's amazing because these things are real life things. And the world is changing. We are not living in your age. So don't treat your child like your parents treated you. You might pick some things from them, but you are not your parents. You are not your parents. You are not your parents. I'm going to re-emphasize that. You are not your parents, and your children are not you. They are different. They are different entities, and you have to train them to become the best version of themselves and not you. Thank you again for staying true. The session will be ending now. Barakallahu fikum to everyone. It's been amazing. It's been amazing having you. See how I'm shuffling between 2 phones because of the network. Now, and that will be all until we meet by 5 p.m. Please, if you have anything, you can drop on the WhatsApp group. Anything so that for those who want to observe Salah, you can go and observe Astrid. Then we get ready for the next session by 5 p.m. Inshallah. Please, let's be punctual. Now, that will be all. Have a wonderful evening. Assalamu alaikum.